till this point we have written all the JavaScript code inside the console, but in actual project we need to write our JavaScript code within the HTML files only. So from now we are going to write our JavaScript code within the HTML file only. So for JavaScript codes, let's create a new folder. We won't be making files inside this folder, so let's create a new folder and we'll call it JS. Now in the VS Code we'll open our folder, click here, files, open folder, and this is JS, select folder. Okay, so this is our new folder. Okay, so this is our new folder. So let's open our web browser, and now here let's create a new file called first js.html. Okay, now here we'll follow our HTML structure. So start with doc type and an HTML tag, and inside this HTML tag first we'll have a head tag, and here let's give this a title. So let's write first JS, and after head we'll write our body section, and let's write sample website. Now save this. Now open this website using live server. There we go. Now to write JavaScript code inside this HTML file, we have a special element called script element. Now let's create that element. So we'll go in our body element, we'll write script and a closing tag also, and all the JavaScript code will be here. So first of all, let's try the first command that we learned for JavaScript, that was alert. Let's write alert, and here we'll write pop-up message. Now put a semicolon, save this file, and there you go. You can see this alert command created a pop-up on our web page. And now the rest of the element. So that's how we can implement JavaScript code inside HTML file. So there is one more way of writing JavaScript code, which is by using onclick attribute. So let's create a div element, and inside this let's write div1. Now save this. Okay, there we go. Now let's give this div element attribute of onclick. So we'll write on click is equal to double quotation, and inside this double quotation we can write our JavaScript code. So here let's say we write alert and inside this let's write a message. This is a div. Now put a semicolon after this. Save this. So here this alert function is giving us an error. It's because this onclick attribute does not support double quotation string. Although this script element supports this double quotation string, but this alert function inside onclick attribute does not. So we'll replace this with a single quotation. Now save this. Press OK. if you will click this div1 element, then this JavaScript will execute. So let's see that. Let's click this, and you can see it's saying this is a div that we have written here. Press OK. So this is how you can apply JavaScript to any particular element inside HTML by using onclick attribute. It can also be applied to things like button if you want to do some specific task with button. Now earlier we have also learned math in console. So let's view our console, and here we could perform mathematical calculations just like 4 times 6. Now here if you want to perform mathematical calculation, let's say anything like 4 times 6, then you won't be seeing this result on the web page. You can check if we save this file and press OK. You can see there is nowhere result of 6 times 4. Now we can see the result in the console by using a function called console.log. So we'll cut this from here and write console dot log and put our brackets, and inside this bracket you can perform mathematical calculation. Now you can paste that 4 into 6, and at the end put a semicolon. And this semicolon is just like full stop in English. You need to provide the semicolon after every statement in JavaScript. Now save this file, press OK. There you can see we have got our result 24 here. You can also write any string here. Let's say we write string. Now save this. Now you can see we are saying a string. So that's how you can access and put things inside the console of a web page. So there is one more method of writing JavaScript code, and that is writing the JavaScript code inside its own file. Just like what we did for CSS, we created a new CSS file and then we linked that file to our main HTML file using link element, and then we can write our CSS code inside a separate CSS file. So let's do that for this file also. So we'll create a new file called first js.js, and JavaScript files has the extension of .js. So keep this in mind. Now press enter, and there we have our new JavaScript file. We can click OK here. Let's cut this code from here and paste it here. Now save this file and also save this file. Now you can see all those JavaScript code that we have written is gone. So therefore neither the pop-up appeared nor the string word appeared inside this console. So to link this JavaScript file with our HTML file, we can give this script element or attribute src, that is source, and here we need to provide the file path for this JavaScript file. So we'll write first.js. Now if we save this, then we can see that all those JavaScript got linked to this HTML file. So now we do not need these extra spaces. Okay. Now let's learn about comments. Comments are those statements which are ignored by the computer. So comments are meaningless for the computer, but it makes our code understandable for other programmers also. Let's learn comments in JavaScript. So for a single line comment, we can put a double slash. Now you can see this line is written after double slash, which means it's a comment. So now if we save this file, you will see that this command did not execute, but this command executed. So that's what comment does. We also have another way of writing comment using slash, star, and star slash. So this is the way of writing multi-line string. So whatever you will write between these two stars, let's say we write line 1, and then we can write line 2, line 3. So this is how we can have a multi-line comment inside JavaScript.